At the Abbott manse, Jack and Diane continue to debate whether his plan of taking Jabot offline is worth the risk. If they do this, he could lose the legacy that his father built. Jack can't see any other options, and neither can anyone else in the family. He was angry at first, but realized that the mustache wants them to be angry so their emotions will cloud their judgment and make them easier to attack. His wife can't wait to make it public that Victor has committed a crime. She plans to use their time offline to get all the evidence they need to expose him. Billy strolls into society as Audra mopes out. He joins Sally on the couch, and she tells him how upset her friend is to be alone and unemployed on Thanksgiving. He immediately changes the subject to his brother's plans to rescue Jabot. The topic changes to the upcoming launch of Abbott Communications. Sally is impressed by how excited he is. Billy worries his sober new persona might be too boring for her. As they head for the exit to prove how exciting they can still be, Victor drifts in to goad them, suggesting that they could be in store for another slip-up. Once Victor makes his way to the bar, Jack and Diane arrive. She suggests they avoid the Newman, but her husband can't stay away. Jack immediately starts in on how everything is collapsing on Kane. When he accuses Victor of stealing his AI, Victor plays innocent, but raises his glass to Kane's misfortune. Bustling into Crimson Lights for some tea, Victoria bumps into Nate. No sooner have they sat than Audra arrives and glares at them. She approaches and, after some small talk, points out that he seems to be able to forgive at least one of his exes. They dismiss her. She steps away and eavesdrops. Victoria receives a text from her father and informs Nate she needs to leave immediately. The second she's gone, Audra demands to know if he has reunited with Victoria. Hastings reminds her she has no right to ask after the way she betrayed him. He will admit that he loved her and the future that seemed to be ahead for them. Audra was in love with that too, so she asks him to give her a shot at fixing it. Shaking his head, Nate insists it's too late. He'll never be able to trust her again. Victoria walks into society, brushing past Jack and Diane and having a brief conversation with them before joining her father. Victor informs her that he needs to leave for LA suddenly. That means she will have to look after the company. She assumes that something has happened to Nick and Noah. Her father will not explain, but assures her he will be there for his family. In the athletic club, Phyllis assumes Kane is about to chase after Lily, caving to her demands. Ashby insists he's now cutting his losses. He's already offered arabesque to Victor for pennies on the dollar. Phyllis can't believe he's willing to throw away all that he's built. Kane insists that he was corrupted and needs to start afresh. He's hardly going to be left destitute and can create something new. When he imagines what his future will look like, she is what he sees. Kane confronts Phyllis again for stealing the AI and giving it to Victor. She accuses him of concocting a conspiracy theory, but he barks at her to tell the truth. He can even admire what she did after he spent so long flip-flopping. But he can't admire her making a deal with Victor. There's no way to trust a man with ice in his veins. If she wants to have a professional future with him, Ashby says she needs to prove her loyalty. She reminds him that he now has nothing to bargain with. He repeats his demand for proof of loyalty, and Phyllis asks where Lily fits into his future. Kane knows that his ex isn't part of his future, and he's determined to put his past behind him. That includes Dumas. A positive start needs to be clean, so if Phyllis wants part of that, she needs to come clean. Phyllis declares that she wants to be a star to prove all the haters and doubters wrong. Can he really promise her that? We'll see, he offers. Leaning in, she agrees to tell him the truth.